So right here, this is a Warframe video. Today I'm going to be talking about a certain part of high-end content within the game. Uh, this is going to be focused on relic opening in this video, something that a lot of players do after completing the main content of the game. Right here, as you can see, I am using a max level Warframe along with max level weapons. The reason is because the relic I'm planning to open is going to be low level, so I just want to breeze straight through the relic opening mission. So this is a void relic station. Here, as you can see, there are a bunch of relics that I have. There are different tiers. There are 4 tiers to be exact: the Lith, the Meso, the Neo, and the Axii. To collect these relics, you'll have to do random mission completions, and depending on the difficulty, you'll get a higher tier. So, for example, in Earth, Mars, and Venus, which are quite low-level planets, you'll mostly get Lith relics, whereas things like Axii, you'll have to go to the Void, which is like level 40 to 50 to be able to get those relics. Each relic has different rewards. I want to explain something here is there's bronze, silver, and gold tier within the relic to open. The bronze tier is the highest chance to get, where the others are lower. You can upgrade it using void. I don't know what currency that is. Void something off the top of my head. Void traces, that's it. And if you upgrade it, you can increase the chances of the relics, and that way when you do your relic completion, there's a higher chance that you'll get the high tier gear within that relic. On the top here, these are the relic opening missions that are going on right now. I'm planning to do a Meso opening relic because I think out of these 4 that we have here, Meso should be a breeze, and it's going to about run out in 5 minutes. Once you select this relic mission, you then have to select a relic that you want to open. I'm just going to choose one of the 2 relics that I own because there might be a time where I want to upgrade one of these relics. I'm also now finding a squad, seeing if anyone else is doing the mission right now, which there isn't. So the countdown is going to start, and I will go into the mission alone unless someone decides to open a relic during the time I'm loading in, or maybe as soon as the mission starts, or I haven't gone that far into the mission. As you can see, another player has joined, so it looks like he is doing this relic mission and he chose to do it as soon as I loaded in, so me and him will be working together and opening this relic. So we start off in mobile defense. The plan is you have to defend 3 stations, 1 at a time, and once that's done, you get to go to the end. As you can see, I'm just trying to skip my way to the first station, but there's an elevator. So I'm just going to clear this area of enemies and wait for my teammate to come with me. Now that he's with me, we're going to start the elevator and make our way to the first station. As you can see, I'm not really bothered about killing enemies. It's not a main focus. I just want to skip my way to the first station and get this mission over and done with. The reason is because you don't want to spend a lot of time doing a void relic mission, because these missions, even though they're repeatable, usually go away within an hour. And if you catched at the start where I hovered over the relic mission, it only had 5 minutes left. So if I can get this mission done really fast, hopefully under 5 minutes, I can do this mission again. The reason you would want to do this mission again is if this is a kind of mission that you can breeze through really fast. You would just want to keep repeating this so that you can open as many relics as possible, as fast as possible on the easiest difficulty, instead of getting another mission which could be something like survival, where you'll have to wait 5 minutes every time to unlock a new relic. You know, so for people who don't have a lot of time or are too impatient, this would just not be the kind of mission you'd go for. Right now I'm collecting reactant. This is what drops when killing these certain enemies that are appearing on the screen. When you get 10 out of 10 reactant, you will be able to open the relic that you've chosen. On the top left, you can see that I have 9 out of 10 reactant right now. I just need 1 more reactant, which I just picked up here, and now I safely know that at the end of the mission, the relic will open. So now my main focus after collecting the reactant is just completing the mission. Right now we've already done 1 terminal out of 3. On the top left you can see that. We are now making our way to the second terminal. Our teammate's already skipped his way to the second terminal and already put it in place. He is playing Frost. He's a defense Warframe. As you can see, he puts a bubble over wherever he chooses. It makes it so that anyone inside the bubble is protected and anyone outside the bubble cannot penetrate through the bubble. They can only damage it and it'll just keep happening till it's destroyed. Because these are quite low level enemies, they won't die. They won't die. They won't destroy the bubble as easily. So yeah, right now our main focus is just defend the terminal until the time limit is done. Kill all the enemies around. I'm just doing it so they stay away from the terminal. You'll probably just see me mostly skipping and hopping around and using a very powerful gun that just kills everyone in one shot. The main focus of opening the relics, the main point, is in the game when you've completed the main quests and you start gaining an interest in collecting warframes and weapons, the relics basically have the gold version of it. It's called Prime. So for example, the warframe I'm using right here, this is Excalibur Prime. The warframe that was originally came out was just called Excalibur. It was the first warframe that you could get. This Prime was only available at the game's release, which was in the end of 2012. With Prime weapons and Prime warframes, after a certain amount of time, I think it's about 2 to 3 years, they end up vaulting this Prime warframe or weapon, which basically means there is no way to obtain this weapon or warframe by opening relics anymore. And sometimes they will let the not sometimes, sorry. When the warframe and weapon first comes out, you could buy it off the store as a bundle. But yeah, otherwise the only way you could get it is in relics, and once it's vaulted, it's impossible to get. The only way you could get this kind of stuff is if you go on a third-party website and you trade with other players platinum, which is hard currency in the game, for these parts. So another thing to also point out is people rush these relic missions so that they can sell it to other players if it's a rare part, and that's why people still play the game. And with this hard currency, you'll be able to get the warframes and relics, not the relic, the warframes and the weapons which are vaulted and cannot be obtained. They'll also use it to get decorative things for their ship and their warframe, such as cosmetics or little statues and noggles. So that is the main point of doing these relic runs. They are mostly really fun, can be really quick. Depending on the relic tier, it can be very difficult. For example, when I talked about getting an Axii relic, if you want to open that kind of relic, you'll most likely have to do a level 40 mission. It's going to be very difficult, and in that time, players take it serious. They want proper combos, warframe combos, team comps. And as I said, they want to get it through as fast as possible. The mission is now ended. I am now at the end point. I'm waiting for my teammates to get here. It's sadly been longer than 5 minutes, so by the time this mission ends, the mission for the mobile defense, so opening this relic, will be gone and changed with something else. As you can see here, my teammates have found a special gem, so I'm now going to go and collect it. This is also important for doing these missions. You could also find loot around the missions that you want to collect, which can be helpful for gaining soft currency. Right there is a collectible. Some teammate has pointed it out to me, so I'm going to scan it because I need to collect those. Things like this is why the community is so nice. You're all here for the same reason. You're here to collect things. You're here to just get through the mission. There's no way to troll or harm or insult your players. Everyone just wants to get to the end and get it done. So, you know, as you can see, everyone's very friendly. They like to show that in some way. Here are the end rewards. As you can see, we all got bronze tier things within our relic. None of us had an upgraded relic, so we could choose one of the rewards that all of us have got, which is also great. And there's no competition in picking the same reward. Me and that guy picked the same Boltor Prime barrel. That makes it so we both have that. There's no fights or gambling, rolling dice going on. It's very friendly. So that's the end of that mission. As you can see, I did a hell load of damage out of everyone else. We're now returning back to our ships where we have to select a new mission. As you can also see, I got some mods as well, which is great. So the mission is now ended. What we'd usually do is we would leave the squad because we played with these guys and they might want to do something else. So we're going to leave the squad now, and at that point you would select another mission, or if you've got something else to do, select that instead. As you can see on the Relic page, the Meso mission that we had, which is mobile defense, is gone. It's been replaced with defense and rescue. The other missions for the other relics seem to still be there, and they've all got time limits, and they're all going to change within a certain point, and depending on the mission, could take a while. So defense and rescue, that's going to take a while to do. There are also other things such as clan syndicate missions to get clan syndicate points. There are also invasion missions. Invasion missions are things that you want to try and do as fast as possible right here. Here's a mission going on right now. It's choose a side you want to help. You have to do it 3 times. Once you've done it 3 times, if that side wins, you get that reward. On the right, it looks like they're selling a part for a certain weapon, and on the left, they're selling a part for a certain weapon. If you caught a glimpse of what I showed earlier, it looked like the Grenier side was winning by 90%. So it looks like most of the players are just going to favor the left side anyway so that they can get that reward. These missions could be anything. It could be from defense, boss killing, extraction, exterminate, whatever it is. As I said, people want to do it quick before the time runs out or the mission quest ends. There's also alerts to get weapons and certain materials. For example, the first one, which is level 35 to level 39, the Exterminate mission of Infestation, you get an Orokin Reactor blueprint. Now, the only way to get these is by doing alerts, so the fact that we see this, we're quite lucky. We would want to do this. If we could do the mission and complete it, we can make the Orokin Reactor, and what that does is it doubles our mod capacity on a chosen Warframe. So this is something players definitely want, and the only other way to get it is by paying hard currency on the market. So that's about everything in terms of Relic opening. Another thing I'll show you is mods. Sometimes people are looking for certain mods. So here's a mod right here. This is Continuity. Continuity has a 10% chance drop rate, and the only way to do it is if you're on planet Earth and you do a defense mission and you survive past wave 20. And because it's got a 10% drop rate, there might be a chance it won't drop, and there might be a chance it would drop. If you fail the defense mission, you'll lose all the rewards that you gathered in that, and you'll have to start again. So the fact that I have this mod, I'm very lucky, and I love it because ability duration for some Warframes, it's very important. For example, there's a Warframe that mind controls enemies. Having 30% ability duration, absolutely brilliant. Increasing time for a powerful enemy to be on your team is great. So that's what people really look for. Prime parts, certain mods, alerts to get certain weapons and materials for their Warframe. This is what people look for. This is what people do after completing the main stuff. I've got a few Warframe primes already, and Warframe weapon primes. It's taken me quite a while to get these, and some of them aren't even obtainable anymore. For example, Ash Prime. Which isn't this is Rhino. But Ash Prime, he was a Prime back in the day that you could obtain. He is no longer obtainable by Relics anymore. The only way you can get it is if you go on a third-party website and you trade with other players the hard currency for the parts, and then you'll have to start forging it, which could take about 3 days. Or 4 days, sorry. 1 day to make all the parts, and then 3 days to put them all together. So that actually comes to the end of this video. I hope you understand. If you have any questions, raise them up and I'll hear it. I know that I've been talking fast. It's just I can get everything out of the way, and yeah, that's it.